You're on live.
I'm on?
Yeah.
Bonjour, I'm trying to find myself. There I am. Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope y'all had a good, safe evening. Is anybody there? There's me. I'm the only one there.
They're all watching the Alabama scrimmage.
I can't believe everybody's just watching that Alabama thing.
Why not?
I'll turn this volume down.
I suppose you could have taken New Year's Day off.
There's 3 people now. Hello, Susan. And Jay. It's the stalwarts. How y'all doing? Happy New Year's.
We're doing food, right?
We're doing food today.
traditions.
Food songs. Plus a couple of requests that I got from JC. And he's the most consistent requester there is. Today he didn't stump me, so it wasn't too bad. Hello, Angela.
Oh, we got to turn down the Alabama scrimmage.
Yeah, we have to turn down a football game in town, I think. Huh? Dave Hubdy. How y'all doing?
Dave Hubby needs that word, David. You're going to look up the Tennessee situation, and I kept reminding you.
I know. I'm terrible about that. I'll try to get on it. I'll try to get on that.
Otherwise, you're wasting the skills of like a PhD in library science.
I got you, Dave. I see that Susan has posted her Old Lang Syne kazoo video, which I haven't seen.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome for you. Happy New Year, Dave Hubdy.
So you're going to set that, you're going to let as many people come into the kazoo thing as possible, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
So we'll do kazoos at whatever, 5:30.
Midway, yeah.
Midway. Battle of Midway.
Hope y'all had a great New Year's Eve.
We want to hear about it, though.
Yeah.
Because we what did we do?
Nothing.
Yeah, we did. We kind of did. We went to our one of our local taverns, right?
Well, it was...
And nobody was there.
And
right?
nobody was there,
Oh,
so...
you cleaned up the orange juice. That's awesome.
We hung around until
they got some clients.
Until they got some customers, so we were in there COVID-free. And then we came home and I cooked something. I cooked a soup. Potato and leek soup.
Not just a soup.
With Gruyere and a champagne and honey sauced giant fruit bowl. And by about 10:30, I think that was about it. It was time to call it quits. The fireworks were going off.
The next door neighbors were going off.
Next door neighbors had a party, huge party, really great.
That's all right.
I never heard them again though. When I fell asleep, they're right about.
I think
12.
the police has something to do with that.
The police may have because they were going after.
I don't know about where y'all live. New Orleans, as y'all know, the houses are very close together, and so we're basically in each other's laps, which for the most part creates a great deal of camaraderie. But what is it? Good some things make good neighbors. Good walls make good neighbors, or something. Was that Robert Frost?
Yes.
And in this case, we could use a better wall. But we don't know. All we know is that they have an SMU flag and they have a dog. What is that dog?
2 dogs.
Like a Tibetan Terrier that never stops barking. But other than that, and they've only been in town like a month, so I figure either New Orleans will...
It'll wear them out.
It'll wear them out.
New Orleans will wear anybody out.
Unfortunately, this is not the same old New Orleans, though.
No, it's not.
Generally speaking, the 24-hour bars is what we call our culling device.
So, we survived New Year's. Y'all let us know about y'all's.
And we definitely want to hear about food traditions.
Yeah, and the food, of course, I don't know if everybody in the country does this, but here we always make black-eyed peas. And
black-eyed peas are for luck.
And then cornbread for taste.
And the green for...
Money. And so
they was making braised collard mustard.
Mustard greens, yes.
Braised
with bacon.
Yeah. Braised mustard greens. And David always makes rice. A lot of people don't have rice as a part of this thing.
That's right. We didn't go for sweet potatoes, although...
Hoppin' John, which is awesome, Jay. It's one of my favorites. Idea. Dunbar just had some. Happy New Year, Dunbar. Let's
So,
see what else.
That's about it.
And we're not having like David's off dessert now for the rest of the
We
year.
have those wonderful cookies from Santa Fe.
We have wonderful cookies from Santa Fe, which have a Spanish name, but we don't know what it is. It's like Molta Bene, but that's Italian.
They're excellent. So,
What else do we have?
football. The Sugar Bowl's on at 7, so that's about all I know.
And the Alabama scrimmage is on now.
They're just finished halftime, I think. So let's warm up. Let's play a song. We're gonna do the kazoo in a minute. Susan, I'm sorry I didn't get to see your video yet. Shoot, I'm bummed.
Everybody, Susan remembered to put her video up on David's page. Everybody needs to put their kazoo up. This is kazoo going viral.
You're right. Gotta start off with this one. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, the other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. Oh, when I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only say the same. But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, you once told me, dear, that you really love me, and no one else, dear, could come between. But now you left me for another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, please don't take my sunshine away. All right, the Sunshine Song, the state song of Louisiana. You are my sunshine. By
Well, we're thinking about replacing it with the state song being "How Can You Be So Fucking Stupid?"
yeah, that'd be a good one.
I think so.
I think,
Although I understand that apparently the entire continent is behaving in a bad way. I hope that some of y'all states
Louisiana
start.
on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. There were those 2 days combined were over 10,000 infections of COVID, plus about 180
You're
deaths.
not doing numbers, are you?
Well, one day was 6,000 plus, and one
Well,
was
we
4,000.
blew up. Was that us? Is that us?
That
you're
was
talking about?
Louisiana, and then they shut down the bars again in Louisiana. New Orleans went over 5.5% infection rate, so the bars are closed. Only takeout service. So
Yeah, we got a long road to go. Also, we have the Sugar Bowl tonight, which is it's depressing. A lot of people from Ohio and South Carolina who are having trouble with our mask stuff. Y'all's food looks fabulous.
What are you seeing?
Look at this. Angela had veal chops, potatoes dauphinoise, carrot souffle, and Creole bread pudding. Susan, the best bread pudding recipe that we have is from Paul Prudhom's first book called Louisiana Cooking. And you know what, Angela? That's probably the same one because Paul worked at Commander's. And Dunbar, send me a picture of those ribs. Y'all tripled from November to December? Okay. Oh, you're in Los Angeles, aren't you? Oh my God, yeah, that's right.
It's bad everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, maybe it's not just the state song, but the national anthem should be "You Are So Stupid."
You are so stupid. I can't believe so stupid.
So hopelessly stupid.
So hopelessly stupid. Next week we'll rewrite the words. All right, so today's song list I have.
Send food pictures.
It's not going to be the complete 2-hour show, I don't think. But I thought I'd focus on. There's a couple of things that happened this week. Last week on Christmas Day, Tony Rice, one of my guitar heroes, died. I love listening to Tony Rice, and believe it or not, on Friday, last week before I even heard he died, I was listening to his Manzanita record, which is one of my favorite Tony Rice records. I think it's just amazing. The playing is awesome. The singing is awesome. I wish I could play anything that he ever played. I knew him. We used to play some festivals together in a couple of venues and stuff over the years before he lost his voice. And he was always really nice to us. And I remember I played the Antique. That's what he called that guitar. He had the D28. But there was one time we were playing outside of Seattle. It was a festival called First Class Bluegrass. And the promoter really liked the combination of Tony Rice and Beausoleil. And so we're all at the hotel, and that's where I got to play the Antique, the Bone, whatever they want to call the D28 that Tony played, which was an amazing guitar. He looked at me, lit a cigarette, and had a drink of whatever. I think it was bourbon that he drank. I don't know what it was. This is when he was drinking. And he says, "Man, I love the way you guys sound. I just don't play dance music." That's what he took. Don't play dance music. Never play dance music. So there's one song I'm going to try later on in the show when my wrist loosens up. I'm going to try to do in his style, not like Doc Watson. So today's theme is food and drink. Okay, so if you that's going to be in French and in English. So that's what we're going to do. So I thought I'd start off with one that Beausoleil has recorded. I have been playing solo for years. It's called "Let's Talk About Drinking and Not About Marriage." It's called "Parlez-nous à boire." Oh, parlez-nous à boire, non pas du mariage, toujours en regrettant nos jours le temps passé. Si que tu maries avec une jolie fille, t'es dans les grands dangers, elle va la voler. Oh, parlez-nous à boire, non pas du mariage, toujours en regrettant nos jours le temps passé. Si que tu maries avec une vilaine fille, et dans les grands dangers, faudra que tu fais ta vie avec. Oh, parlez-nous à boire, non pas du mariage, toujours en regrettant nos jours le temps passé. pas les abois, non pas du mariage, toujours dans le temps, nos jeunes temps passés. Si que tu maries avec une fille bien bonne, et dans les grands dangers, faudra travailler toute la vie. Au palais des abois, non pas du mariage, toujours dans le temps, nos jeunes temps passés. Si tu maries avec une fille à toi, et dans les grands dangers, tu vas attraper les grands reproches. Mais femme-toi, grand bon rien, t'as tout gaspillé mon bien. Femme-toi, grand bon rien, t'as tout gaspillé mon bien. Au palais des abois, non pas du mariage, toujours dans le grand temps, nos jours le temps passé. Yes, let's talk about drinking and not about marriage.
Drinking always trumps marriage.
Always. Well, that reminds me of one that Ben just signed on. I saw Ben Samuel, but it's a food song. This one is called the Hackamoro by the version I do is by a guy named Edius, E-D-I-U-S, Edius Nakan, who was from Redell, Louisiana. I don't think I pronounced it right. It's Redell, which was just north of Mamou. You might have to pull out your atlases to find those places. And Edius was a songster. He would write songs, and a lot of his songs were based on historical figures like Napoleon and stuff like that. He learned songs from his grandparents, who were directly from France, I understand. This is one that he did, that he took a regular song that most people are familiar with, the Hackamoro, which means Moreau's little wagon. And on it, he has all this candy, and he hauls around food. And the thing is that Moreau thinks he's a very good cook, but what he really is, he's a happy drunk. And a happy drunk can't cook good food, but he thinks he's a good cook. He's such a bad cook that he makes bananas taste bad. How do you like that?
Well, what kind of candy does he have?
Well, it just says candy. In the first verse, he's pulling that wagon, and he knocks over his wagon that has all this candy on it in the dirt. The poussière is what you call the dirt. And it just tickles him. He just starts laughing and kicks up dust and all that. It makes him very happy. I can't tell you the candy that he had. I keep on wanting to think things like Zagnut and Payday and all that, but I don't think that's what he had.
I don't think they existed.
I don't think they existed either. I have no idea. And then I don't know if there's any way to research that. I'll have to ask a couple of people that might know.
Oh, we got a pun. Ben Samuel's got a pun.
All right.
Knock on Heaven's Door. An album covering Bob Dylan's
You're just
song.
full of puns, Ben. I know. I've been reading them all week.
That one that you did to Spitzer was awesome. That was, 3 puns in one sentence?
That was. You should get an award for that.
Man, that was some fancy punning.
So we did that on Zagnuts. Yes. That's what I call my little nephew, Ezra Doucet, Zagnut. This one we did, Bruce recorded, I think it was on the Jetan Cajun record. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which album it was. But we did it without guitar. It was just accordion, fiddle, and I did the vocal. And I worked up this kind of slack key version, Hawaiian version of it. The Hack Amaro. Oh, the other thing is, what makes it a food song, is that later in the song he cooks a chicken fricassee, and it's inedible. It says, and the line is, C'est pas mangeable. It is not manageable. It's not edible. So the guy's an awful cook. But he's a happy drunk. Et le hack amoureuse a capoté, chat, capoté dans la poussière. Les bananes sont pas mangeables, le candy a tombé, il était pour sourire. Allons danser, manger la musique qu'on aime. Allons danser, Moreau, mais je l'ai fait, chat. Allons danser, Moreau, pour manger des bananes. Ah, mais pas Moreau, yon bambouche, chat. Mais Moreau, c'est un gâteur de ménage. On a été chez Moreau hier soir, chat. Elle nous a fait un fricassé, n'était pas mangeable. Allons donc chez Moreau, mais je l'ai fait, chat. Allons donc chez Moreau, pour manger des bananes. Sono passate la TV amorosa, on aurait passé de tout, non chez lui. Le chat amoureuse a capoté, chat, capoté dans la poussière. Les bananes sont pas mangeables, allons donc chez Moreau, je l'ai fait, chat. Allons donc chez Moreau, pour manger des bananes. Snuck in. Why TV stopped for some reason?
No, it's because even the TV doesn't like watching Alabama.
Oh, they're getting ready to...
They're getting ready to annihilate them. Although they're being kind. Wait, I think they just got through being
They just
kind.
stopped. Yeah, just noticed. Look at him go. God, like the old Santa Claus. Look at him go.
About the bread pudding. Okay, so I think the Commander's Palace one, and I think that is Paul Prudhom's. Would make sense, right?
I think it is.
Also, don't forget about Frank Bryson, who studied under Paul and made Paul's bread pudding for decades before he got his own restaurant. And I think that you can still get his cookbook,
Yes.
Or
His cookbooks are still available.
Frank's?
Frank's.
Okay. So we got a lot of bread pudding things.
Oui.
Did you do anything to Oh, our black-eyed peas didn't come from Camellia this year.
No.
No, they came from our gourmet box of beans.
From the Rancho
Gordo? Fat
Rancho
Ranch?
Gordo? Yeah, the fat
Fat Ranch.
Mucho Gordo?
Yeah.
Rancho. I don't remember what it's called.
Mucho Gordo.
One of the people that come here. Mucho Gordo.
Mucho Gordo. It is Mucho Gordo.
It's There were beans from California and
Yeah.
also Mexico. It's also part of the bean project. It's some kind of
heirloom seeds, right?
yeah. It's really kind of interesting.
Yeah.
They don't taste the same
They
as
don't. They
our
really
black
don't
eyes.
taste the same.
But you know,
It's always good to change up.
it might maybe I'll make some money this year. We'll see.
Make
Last
some-
year we didn't at all.
Wait, no. The money is for the
It's
greens.
the greens. That's right.
You never eat the greens. That's why you never
Well,
get any
that's why I
money.
got 2 heads of mustard greens in there. Keep
I'll
this
see.
out.
Yeah, they'll be sitting there at 10:30 tonight.
No,
huh?
they won't. You messing with me, girl.
Yeah. No, the other ones are for good luck, and you mostly have good luck.
That's true. I have good luck. The beans are for good luck. Health was good last year, so more or less, and except for the hip and hypothyroidism. But the
You don't have
the
hypothyroid.
Novocaine is just leaning
Novocaine's
against the
right
wall.
here.
Haven't used it in a
Ready
while.
for his next ride to the bars. Jay, I have got one tip for you on Commander's Palace, and that's it. And that is go for lunch. Especially if you come down, like on the off season, they have $15.70 or something like that. Under $20 lunches. And that way you get to have all the fun in the building. There used to be 25-cent martinis, all you can have, but everybody got so drunk they stopped. So you
They
can
still
have,
have that.
they do, but they stop you at 3 or 2.
They only cost
They
a
use
quarter.
a quarter, yeah. So definitely put that in your New Orleans tip book, that the lunch is excellent. If you go for dinner and spend a lot of money and it doesn't work out, then you'll be pissed and unhappy. But if you go for lunch and only spend $20 and 75 cents for the martinis, you'll be so happy you won't be able to stand it. So it works. That's the best, right? And Galatoire's lunch, but they don't have lunch on Friday.
All right, so it's time for the kazoos.
Yeah, are you sure you got enough people in here?
Well, I got 17 at least. There it is.
Everybody tune up.
Tune up.
Tune up. Yeah, mine's in perfect tune.
So why do we sing Auld Lang Syne, Dee Dee, for New Year's Eve?
Well, because you don't want to forget the good stuff. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, it's about the two of us. If you read it, which I put it on Facebook because everybody always needs the words. You know, you're gonna have to. They used to run. They used to play in their boat, and they used to run in the moors and the glowers fine. To remind you that the past is the past. But you can always raise a cup of kindness, yeah.
It's always nice to forget 2022.
Yeah.
Hard year.
Well, this one is going to be a weird one.
It's going to be just as weird. Alabama just scored.
Okay, JC's ready. Okay. That sounds good. Mine can do a couple of verses like that. think they're long gone and everybody's miserable and dead. it's as happy as Scottish people get.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year. We'll take a cup of kindness yet. Well, I gotta get together and have a big old party when this damn set's over.
We're gonna have a hell of a party. It's probably next year. Love you too, Glenn. All right, so I had a couple requests from JC. So here we go. This is one of them. They're both waltzes.
Yeah, it sounds better on the guitar, doesn't it? It's got the right feeling. It's beautiful and nostalgic. The kazoo's
That's called audience participation.
That's right. It's called audience participation. But you do play a beautiful lang syne on your guitar, David. You really
Thank
do.
you.
We couldn't play it last night because everybody was shooting off so many
That's
fireworks.
too loud.
We wanted to make sure the puppy, although he doesn't seem to have fireworks, zinnia, zobia, whatever you call it. Nobody really likes to have that much banging going on without knowing what it is.
No. He was really good. He didn't. We took him for his walk, and there were so many. He was getting a little nervous, and there was so much smoke in the air.
There was a lot of smoke in the air.
It was pretty. It was pretty thick.
It's that night. It's the one night of the year where New Orleanians play gunshot or firework. Hello, Evan, and let's see. Dunbar's still here with us. Great. Jay's right about the guitar thing. I think you should record that someday.
All right.
Yeah, don't you think so?
Hello, Bobby.
And Bobby's
Comment
here.
ça va?
Ça va.
Happy New Year, all of you. I'll have a sip.
Bonne année. Uh-oh.
I'll take a piece of ice with it. This is one that JC requested. I did this on my solo album, 1957. The name of the song is called Bayol. And this recording was by a guy named Delma Lachny. And one of my other guitar heroes, Cajun guitar heroes, Blind Uncle Gaspar, is playing guitar back there. Played the solid, almost unchangeable guitar. The story is Delma Lachner was a fiddle player from Marksville, and it was just before the Depression, so lots of people was in the Depression, excuse me. 1936, I think was the year. He got invited to record a couple of tracks. I don't know what label, it could have been Columbia, I don't know, but he had to get to Chicago. And so the Oldsmobile dealership owner in Marksville or Alexandria decided he'd drive him up to Chicago. So they went up there in the dead of winter and they recorded a bunch of songs. And this is one of the songs that he recorded. It's his signature tune, Bayol. It's a song about a guy who he likes this woman, this girl, but of course his mom doesn't. It's just Cajun mamas and girlfriends, only until they get married and have a couple of children, then they get to be parents, but they never trust them. I think that's. Let's start some myths.
It's the history of a paranoid people.
Not to think that they one time they were the woman, the girl too. So it's like this is an endless BS story. Ma chère Bayol, viens donc encore, ma chère amie. Ma vie est ruinée, c'est la cause de toi, ma chère Bayol.
J'avais déjà écouté ma chère vieille maman, c'est pas de la misère. Oh, chère, ma chère maman, tu m'as laissé ici, comme un pauvre orphelin du pays. Oh, chère, viens donc me joindre, un chagrin jour à venir, ma chère Bayol, ma chère amie. Oh, chère, ma chère Bayol, jour de ma mort, c'est toi je voudrais donc qu'il reste de moi avec ton mouchoir. Oh, chère, si jamais je viens mourir, viens donc passer ça, chaque grosse semaine blanche autour de ma tête, autour de ma tête. Chère Bayol, viens donc encore, ma chère amie.
Kind of a sad song in a way. We don't, I'm tired of that.
A lot of those are sad.
Well, most of them are.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Most
What
of them.
did it? Did Margaret Atwood said like a million years ago? Her sister-in-law said, "How come you never write anything that's got a happy ending?" And she said, "Okay, they were born, they got married, and they died."
Okay.
That's Canadian humor. Hello, Jane Henderson. Welcome. Doyle Jeter, my God, I'm so happy to see your name. How are you doing this beautiful, what is it, January 1? Yeah? I liked your New Mexico breakfast. And everybody, if you ever find yourself on the I-20 between Vicksburg and Shreveport, there's a medium-sized town called Monroe. And there you can stop and see Doyle's pub, which is called Enoch's. And you can get a drink and a hamburger. Yeah, isn't that right?
And hear music.
And you can hear some of the best live music around. So definitely put it on your web search, and also tell any of your friends that may be traveling east or west on the I-20. You'll have to go through Monroe.
That's right.
That's right. That's his claim to fame.
That's why it's there. Cool.
Hey, Robert
Riddle.
knows-
Whoa.
You know about Enoch's. That's right. You live up there.
And the wine rack is empty because we got no money.
Wait.
You must contribute to the fund.
And we also started buying it by the gallon.
By the
It doesn't
liters.
fit.
It won't fit up.
Before we were drinking it by the bottle. No, we just sort of advanced over into the gallon. Actually, it's a liter, right? It's a liter of wine.
A liter. It won't fit. It's good to see all of them.
So Leonard, you know Enoch's, everybody knows Enoch's, right? It's famous. You can also get swag. Yeah, I know, Susan. This traveling thing. Once long ago in Old Lang Syne.
What does that mean? We don't know what it means anymore. It's
That's
lost.
right. Yeah, but if you get out your map and you can do your pretend traveling, You just follow the I-20 till you get to Monroe, between Vicksburg and Shreveport.
I know a lot of people have not filled up their tanks more than twice last year in their cars. They haven't
That's
gone
right. People, what were they doing earlier on? That was one of the COVID things, right? I haven't seen you since one tank of gas ago, which was like 3 or 4 months or something.
This is the other request from JC. It's not a food song. It's a song that I learned from listening to the Balfour Brothers. Most especially, it was on their J'ai vu le renard et la belette album, and Rodney sings it, and it's called La Vase de Port Arthur, the Port Arthur Waltz. I did this on my 57 record, but I never liked the arrangement, so I'll do it another one.
Oh bébé, mange mon vase pour Arthur. Oui, Tipé, c'est toi la seule, mon j'aimerais. Et Tipé, tu suis la voix. Mais quand il n'en vient pas pour me joindre pour Arthur. Mais quand il n'en vient pas pour me joindre autour d'Arthur, et Tipé, moi je les a pour Arthur. Oui, châtiment, c'est toi la seule que moi je n'ai.
The Port Arthur.
Absolutely.
Actually, I was wrong. It was Will Balfour that sang it. Rodney played guitar, and Dewey Balfour played the accordion on that, believe it or not, that recording. So it was good to, it's been a long time. Thanks for requesting that, JC. I hadn't played that in ages. It's a good tune. All right. I see that Dave Hubney is talking to Doyle right now about Enox.
Yeah, everybody knows Enox. It's, like I said, it's famous, world famous Enox.
World famous.
Absolutely. The longest running John Lennon birthday party
in the world.
In the world. In the world, actually in the world. Recognized by his widow and artist, Yoko Ono.
That's right.
So if you're ever, once again, Susan, If you're doing some virtual traveling, do look up Enoch's. It's a legend, a Louisiana legend. What are we gonna eat something?
Yes, we're
now?
gonna have, we're gonna order everything on the menu.
Ah, yeah. A demi-douzaine de
A
huit.
demi-douzaine de suite, and not pay for it.
Roti of.
Pay for it in blood.
That's a good song.
This one is a song that an American folk song that was somehow translated into French and sometime, and Joël Saunier made a version of it, and some other people made versions of it. I'm going to play the English version of it later when I do the American songs a little bit. I don't have that many food American songs, but like I said, it's an abbreviated show. This one is we call it la chanson de 50 sous. The 50-cent song, or I had but 50 cents. It's a song about a guy that he goes to, he's out on a date and have a little sandwich board sign that says there's a little menu for 50 cents, and that's all he's got in his pocket. So he goes with his girlfriend and says, "Are you hungry?" She says, "No." So they decide to go in anyway. So he orders the 50 cents, and she starts ordering everything off the menu. And when it comes time to pay, he puts his 50 cents on the comptoir, on the bar. And in the old days, instead of you having to go to wash dishes, they beat the ever-loving crap out of you. So that's what happens in the song.
Don and Dash.
Yeah.
Voyons ma belle, on était au bal, c'était une samedi soir. Moi et ma belle, on était au bal, c'était une samedi soir. On a revenu le lendemain matin au jour. On a revenu le lendemain matin au jour. Je l'ai demandé s'il n'y en avait pas faim pour manger quelque chose. Je l'ai demandé si elle n'avait pas faim pour manger quelque chose. Ah mais elle m'a dit si elle n'est pas beaucoup faim, mais aurait mangé quand même. Elle m'a dit si elle n'est pas beaucoup faim, mais aurait mangé quand même. Moi je croyais à aurait donné de petits lunch de 15 sous. Moi je croyais à aurait donné un petit lunch de 15 sous. À mémé a donné un poulet rôti et une demi-douzaine de huit. Elle a donné un poulet rôti et une demi-douzaine de huit. Moi j'ai mis mon 50 sous dessus le comptoir. Moi j'ai mis mon 50 sous dessus le comptoir. Et me massacré dans un coup-pied, on m'a tiré dans la fenêtre. Massacré dans un coup-pied, on m'a tiré dans la rue. mais prenez un conseil de moi, tous les jeunes debout. N'allez aller dans un restaurant avec 50 sous dans ta poche.
La chanson de 50 sous. So, you have to go with more than 50 cents.
Joel Judas off to go get a ham hock.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because he had New Mexico breakfast.
It's been a long time ago I should have eaten. All right. Thank you, Doll, for listening. All right, let's see if I have anything else. Oh, yeah, I have. Paulette's not out there, so I'm not going to play that one.
Where is Paulette?
I am going to play.
They're probably out for lunch, huh? Something big
Probably
like
so.
that. Big New Year's lunch.
Okay, where am I at? This is about the last French song I know about food. I'm sure I probably know a couple others, but they're not. The Limonade song, I just thought of one, but I don't have the words. I lost that in the mini iPad breakdown.
The mini pad breakdown, meltdown.
It's been a hard year. This
I
is
think
one.
they know that.
Yeah, well, it's been hard for everyone. I know that. I'm not. It's just
Crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
So, I will say thank you to WWOZ for posting these listings on WWOZ for the live wire.
Absolutely. And for OZ all through the COVID. They've been amazing with the virtual jazz fest, with their crappy Christmas song, 24 hours of crappy Christmas songs. They've been great. So yeah, well, Mama's Little Baby likes shortening. Mama's Little Baby likes shortening bread is the only cornmeal. Do you know another cornmeal song?
The Pan Mai.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't know how to play it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go, Susan. We got something to work on. We'll do that.
No, I'll work on that. This one is called My True Love. I've played it before. It's another song I learned from the Balfours. The interesting about this one and how it relates to food is that a guy's going to go visit his girlfriend in Texas. He has to thumb his way there. He's got hardly any money, and all he can afford is a can of sardines and a half a loaf of French bread, which he has to eat over the 2-day period. So there you go. It's the only song I know that has sardines in it, and most people ask what happens at the end to sardine breath. Does she, he asks her to marry him. Does she say yes or no? She says yes.
Là-bas au Texas, je passais par Yenetz, comment je l'achetais 25 sous quand j'arrivais à la chance. Manger la moitié, bébé, je quittais la moitié, c'était mon déjeuner. j'ai des nouvelles de ma belle, j'étais là-bas au Texas. J'ai passé par Eunice, comme moi je l'achetais 25 sous. Quand j'arrivais à Basile, j'achetais le canne de semaine. C'est pour faire qu'on voyage d'ici là-bas au Texas. Quand j'arrivais à Lac Charles, manger la moitié, bébé, j'ai quitté la moitié. C'était mon déjeuner. Quand j'arrivais chez ma belle, que là où je t'ai vu, ça c'est une vieille amitié, ça va jamais oublier. Elle a mes espéré avec le long dans ses yeux. Elle m'a dit, mes chers, viens sauvez-moi juste pour me marier.
Wow. I'm starting to forget these songs. Whoa! How to play them.
That didn't sound like you forgot.
Well, I remembered as I was going along. It's finger memory. You call that finger memory. All right.
Now I got sardines on the mind.
Ah, we have a can of that?
I don't know a can of sardines.
Let's see what I got here. Okay. All right. So I think, I got one accordion song for you. This is a song called...
Yeah, Laura, exactly. Festin in Place, WWOZ, Happy New Year from Orlando.
Yes.
Y'all have done fabulous work. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So lucky to have community radio.
Yes, and it's worldwide. You can listen to it at www.org.
Yeah. For any of you who haven't dipped your toes into the deep, deep waters of WWOZ, please do.
This one is called Sur le Courtyard, on the Courtyard. It's a bayou. I forgot what parish that's in. But Nathan Abshaw recorded this song many years ago, and he was a jokester. And it's a song about acquiring a bunch of different types of seafood and boiling or frying them. It just didn't work that you don't boil seafood, but that way, boiling frogs and alligators and crocodiles and stuff like that. But that's how Nathan did it. And he also had at the end of each line, he has this. He also bouillé the touladou, the little bitty sand crabs, which no one, as far as I know, eats. But it's fun to say touladou. It fits the rhyme. And
can you go back to boiling all that shit again?
well, the song is he's collecting firewood to make a fire so that you can boil some seafood. So he's gonna boil some crawfish.
Okay.
He's gonna boil some the wawaron, some frogs. Where you wouldn't boil a frog, and you wouldn't boil alligator. So you can fry it. I guess that's the. But it was a children's song, so he just.
It's teaching them the names of the animals.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Pour ramasser des aigles pour yaya, pour faire du feu bébé, mais pas bruit des sacrifices yaya. Quand on allait des côtes à blottiment, pour ramasser des aigles pour yaya, pour faire du feu bébé, mais pas bruit des taureaux yaya. des babarons, quand elle est de côté de piment, on va ramasser de ses capouilles, pour faire du feu bébé, papa oui des cocodrilles, des combien bleu dimanche pour ramasser de ses poules, pour faire du feu bébé, papa oui de ses gréviches,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. That's a great song. It's from, we recorded that in 1984 on our Parliament's album. That was on a 45 too. They used to have 45 RPM, records. You played on jukeboxes. It was at the Maple Leaf for many, many years. You could hear the scratches and everything. Okay, so let's see. I think I hit my limit on that. I got a couple of things that I want to do. I said Tony Rice, my hero, died, so I'm going to try to play.
Hello, Tracy.
It's
your mask lady's here.
Hello, Tracy. It's almost time to order more. I got a stack of them over there to wash right now. Okay. Get the guitar back. Get back up into it. Let's go to John Hurt.
So you're going to John Hurt, you're not going to...
We'll do Tony Roth when I get back to standard tuning.
He has one around his neck, I think. Yeah.
What?
She's reminding you to get more masks.
Yes, I do have
For all of you who are still interested in things like masks, David's had, I think this is one of the high points of the year, is David's shopping at Kabuki Hats for his masks, and also Ray Spooner, the great Hawaiian shirt. I guess they make them out there, huh? It says made in Hawaii, right? Those have been your favorite. Like today, he's wearing the one with records
the 45s.
flying, the 45s flying off. Yeah,
45.
Exactly.
I don't think she sells that one anymore.
These are all. We have to start numbering these.
I got vintage. She would know.
Yeah, Jay, please. Everybody, please watch Susan's kazoo, because I think we need to keep the kazoo orchestra going. Yeah, you right.
Well, I'm gonna teach y'all another song in a little while.
And Jay, your rum balls, either your rum balls or your pecan praline cookies are still coming out that way, so don't despair.
It seems like the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, is under control by. It's only 8 minutes to go left in the fourth quarter. Okay, I think probably Alabama won this one. Kel's surprise.
Oh, they got tons of time left.
Yeah.
It looks like he's not going to go to 50 though.
I don't think
looks like he's slacked
He's
off.
probably angry at him for not.
He's benched half the team.
Oh Lord. So this is one from Mississippi John Hurt, food song. There's not many. I got 2 food songs that I know of that I'm going to do after this. Same key, but different sound. And this is one from Mississippi John Hurt called Payday. And it's not the first album that I ever got by John Hurt was called John Hurt Today, Mississippi John Hurt Today, ! And this was the first song. It wasn't recorded very loud, so you have to turn the volume up real high. And it wasn't always easy to understand what he was saying. It's not like he ate his words, it's just like you couldn't understand him. Anyway, this was one of the first Mississippi John Hurt song that I ever heard him play. It's called Payday. Yeah, well, I did all that I can do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama. Payday, payday, payday.
Well, there's a rabbit in the log, but I ain't got no rabbit dog, and I hate to see that rabbit get away. Get away. Get away. Babe, well, I did all that I can do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama. Payday. 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 Just about a week ago, I stole some ham and eggs. I'm gonna keep my skillet greasy if I can. If I can. If I can. Well, you know the hounds is on my track. I got a knapsack on my back. I'm gonna make it to my shanty for a day. For a day. For a day. Baby, and I did all that I can do, and I'm gonna there's a rabbit in the log, but I ain't got no rabbit dog. I'm gonna take you that rabbit. Get away. Get away. Get away. Well, I did all that I can do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama. Payday. 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 The Payday song. That's got some.
It has a lot of good advice.
Yes, it does have good advice.
I mean, I think that it's okay to drop off your husband or wife if they've been acting. I mean, you know, it's just, I tried to get along with you and there's nothing I can do. I'm going to give you to your mama come payday.
That's right.
It's good advice. It beats domestic violence.
True. Or cannibalism, one or the other.
I don't know where you got that one from, but
That's gonna keep my skillet greasy.
no,
No,
he's got
no.
no.
Just messing with you. It has good advice. You're right.
Paulette's here. You can play the cannibalism, so you can play our song
No,
now.
that's okay. It's too late
Hey
now.
Smith, Happy New
I'm in
Year.
the English American sector.
You're in the American sector?
Yeah.
Does she have a song from the American sector that she
I don't think
likes?
so. All right. The other. Bear with me. Okay. This one is the other food song I know in English. It's making me hungry. I'm I'm gonna have to go.
It's time for our New Year's
I know it's
Day.
time for New Year's dinner. Just been kind of like eating a couple of black-eyed peas every once in a while. All right, let's see here. There we go. It's starting to look like
You
it's.
should tell them to go look at your photograph of the tater tot casserole, the famous New Year's Eve.
Did I post it?
You always can.
A friend of ours, we met probably.
He's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago, and probably he just got to New Orleans, and he knew a friend of a friend, and we met him, and he is a good guy. His name's Alan, and one year we found out his birthday is always on New Year's Eve, and Dee Dee asked him one year, what would you like? What would make you happy? And he says a tater tot casserole. So for the past 4 or 5 years, we have made a different tater tot casserole every year for him. So this year,
And
last year was a
trust me,
great one.
It's harder than you think.
It's hard to find really good ones. I'm tongue in cheek here, but last year was a great one. It was a cheeseburger one. This year,
Yeah, the green chili cheeseburger, right?
that's right. We went south of the border again this year with the taco seasoning. So
However, the next taco, tater tot casserole, the seasoning mix we're gonna make.
we're gonna make because we can't kill Alan.
He has hyper blood pressure or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
So anyway,
It's nothing but salt and that stuff.
his
so.
tater tot casserole was excellent. We delivered it yesterday, and he's happy. So there you go. Let's see if I can find this song. This might not have. It might not have survived the
mini pad.
Let's see. All right, I got it. Okay. Boy, that's a lot of words. So the story is, it's written by a guy named H.J. Wayman, and the song was basically a poem, and someone made it into a song. And my hero, one of my heroes, which is Clint Howard, played with Doc Watson for a long time. So let's see if I can read this. This is a lot of words. It's the same stories I told before for the 50 Cent song about the guy not having enough money to get out. But this one goes a step farther. Not only does she eat everything in the restaurant, she drinks every drink. So let's see if I can do this. What's this? My key. What key am I in there? Well, I took my girl to a fancy ball, it was a social hop. We stayed until the folks went out, music didn't stop. Then to a restaurant we went, the best one on the street. She said she wasn't hungry, but this is what she ate. Y'all ready? A dozen raw, plate of slaw, a chicken and a roast, some sparrow grass and apple sass, and soft shell crabs on toast. A big box stew and crackers too. Her appetite was immense. When she called for pie, I thought I'd die, for I had but 50 cents. She said she wasn't hungry, she didn't care to eat. Now I've got some money in my jeans, and that she can't be beat. She took it in so cozy, she
She had an awful tank. She said she wasn't thirsty, but this is what she drank. All right, y'all ready? A whiskey skin, a glass of gin, it made me shake with fear. Some ginger pop with rum on top, a schooner then a beer. A glass of ale, a gin cocktail, she ought to have more sense. For she called some more, I hit the floor, but I had but 50 cents. You can bet I was very hungry and I didn't care to eat, expecting every moment to be kicked out in the street. She said she'd bring her family around someday and we'd have some fun. Then I gave the man the 50 cents and this is what he done. Y'all ready? He tore my clothes, he mashed my nose, he hit me in the jaw. He gave me a prize and a pair of black eyes and he swept me on the floor. He took me where my clothes hung loose and threw me over the fence. Take my advice, don't try it twice if you got but 50 cents. I don't know a lot of food songs in American. that one's funny though, isn't it?
Oh, we gotta find some. Food's the best topic in the world besides sports.
That's true. We're gonna do food. We'll have some more food songs.
Always looking for food songs, huh?
So here's like I said earlier, one of my pals and heroes, Tony Rice, died. So this is one of the songs that he did. I'm gonna try it in his style. If not, I'll revert into the Doc style that I've learned it and played it for many years. But as I said before, one of my favorite albums that Tony Rice did was called Manzanita. And it's just an amazing album. Still listen to it. When I almost once a week.
Puppy's having supper, I think. So if you hear anything kind of weird, that's probably having his supper.
Well, you were being a slop today. He's spilling all over the place.
Well, you know, it's a holiday for him too.
It's called Little Sadie. I went out one night for to make a little round. I met a little Sadie and I shot her down. Went back home and I got in my bed. 44 smokeless under my head. I began to think of what a deed I'd done. I grabbed my hat and away I run. Made a good run, but a little too slow. They overtook me in Jericho. I was standing on the corner ringing a bell, and up stepped the sheriff from Thomasville. He says, "Young man, ain't your name Brown? You remember the night you shot Sadie down?" I said, "Yes, sir, my name is Lee. I murdered little Sadie in the first degree. First degree and the second degree. You got it in your papers, won't you read it to me?" Well, they took me downtown, they dressed me in black. They put me on a train and they started me back. They grabbed me back in that Thomasville jail, and I had no money for to go my bail. That judge and the jury, they took their stand. The judge had the papers in his right hand. 41 days and 41 nights, 41 years to wear the ball and stride. By Tony Rice, sort of. Tony was an interesting guy. He was an awesome guitar player.
Hey Kenny, Happy New Year. I don't know. Do you know him? He's Buck's cousin.
No.
Kenny Harrison from Monroe?
I know the name.
He had a Jaguar XKE. Unfortunately, it died. However, it was a beautiful thing for a little while. It's nice to see your name on there. Now, JC, you lost me on the Hallmark movie. It's a Hallmark movie called Corned Beef and Cabbage, or what? Oh, I see. A Holiday for Butternut. That is a Hallmark movie. Absolutely, it is. Here, shake. Yeah, we're green lighting it now.
Okay. I've got a couple more to do for you guys, and this is one that I was listening to Doc Watson a couple of months ago, and this song popped up. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. It was a song that was written by a guy named Alan Reynolds, and it was recorded by Crystal Gale, and Doc did it. And it being the first of the year, I thought it'd be apropos. It's called I'm Ready for the Times to Get Better. It's a little different than the stuff I normally do, which is kind of interesting.
That's a good theme song for a Holiday for Butternut.
Yes, it is. It's
All
a
right.
good theme song for a holiday for Butternut. So I know that Beausoleil doesn't have another live gig scheduled until 2022, so you can probably assume that most of your favorite bands will not be hitting the road in 2021 unless something drastic happens. If we start taking the vaccine and things start getting better, maybe in the fall. I know that I'm home, still dealing with the, of course, Louisiana unemployment has run out of money, they say, so we're waiting for the PUA to come through, and who knows if that's ever going to happen. So it's been pretty tight out here. I know that most musicians are suffering, restaurant, gig workers and all that, so we're out here, which is why I have my, PayPal and Venmo accounts up there. If you have anything, and appreciate it. It's weird times, and we're ready for the times to get better. I've got to tell you, I've been racking my brain, hoping to find a way out. I've had enough of this continual rain. Changes are coming, no doubt. It's been too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the time to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. You seem to want from me what I cannot give. I feel so lonesome at times. I have a dream that I wish I could live. It's burning holes in my mind. It's been too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been too long a time with no peace of mind, and
and I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. All right. Kind of an interesting end to our beginning of a year. So, it is time to go watch the Sugar Bowl, and if I can find it next week, I'll have to learn a song.
Wait, he's giving y'all assignments
We
now.
can give you all assignments.
Want to say hi to Missy and Ann and Brooks? Yeah, we're pretty sure that there won't be any live music for 2021, right?
It's not going to be till the fall, if any time.
No, yeah, no one said anything, but they're pushing it towards the fall. Hello, Polka, how's it going? Happy New Year. And Missy, I'm jealous that you're out in Texas Hill Country. You're gonna go by. I guess the Salt Lick is closed, but maybe for takeout.
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe for takeout. I'm about ready for my good girl shot. I'm about to go get a shot of whiskey, huh?
Yes.
Because the times have got to get better.
Yes.
David lets me out of the house for like an hour and a half, then I have to run back in again.
Don't listen to her.
Yeah, it's sad. Speaking of that, I know that you all have clubs in your own area that you're trying to defend and help. I do want to remind you that Tips is doing something called a sidewalk concert on Fridays for happy hour. They're in terrible shape, so if you'd like to keep Tipatina swirling, check that out, all right? So, but for the rest of this, I'm going to let David finish this, and I want to tell you all, thank you so much. I don't know, between you all and the dog, I don't know how I would have gotten through this. And it's not over yet, so don't go away.
So next week is
Here comes your assignment.
the 6th of January is what?
King's Day, it's Epiphany.
Which is the beginning of the Mardi Gras season. And here we go with the Cajun Mardi Gras song, which I'll play on the kazoo after I do it here.
Les Mardi Gras, ça vient de tout partout, tout le moyeur. Ça passe une fois par an, demander la charité. Et même si une patate, le pain de maïs, des gratons. Mais capitaine, voyage dans le flag, allons aller, c'est notre voisin. Mardi Gras dit merci bien, pour vous autres, vous venez nous joindre. Vous autres, vous venez nous joindre pour le grand combo ce soir.
Because it's not Mardi Gras yet.
That's right.
So this
That's
is-
right. That would be bad luck.
This is how it goes on the kazoo, all right? So let me get a...
All right, here's your assignment. Let me
Here's
get
your
my-
assignment. I know I'm trying to make it as easy as possible.
What is that?
Minor key, y'all. That's humming down. The song is...
Tune down your kazoo.
There's two parts. First part. First part. So they're both very similar. We'll work on it next week.
Okay, everybody, and I'll tell you what we'll do since Carnival, all the parades are canceled. That doesn't mean we can't work on our outfits. So
We'll be dressed up for Mardi Gras.
that's why we'll have to have a fake. We'll have a fake carnival for the Courtyard COVID concert.
We'll do something.
Happy New Year, everybody! Oh, Missy, the Salt Lick is a smoked meat joint right outside of Dripping Springs.
No, it's just south. Is it just?
Don't do
okay,
north,
fine.
south, east, west. I can't stand
It's
it.
by Colleen's Guitars. That's all I know.
I know, but I think it's by Dripping Springs. But if you're out there, ask anybody; they'll know where it is. So it's if they're doing takeout, don't miss it.
The Salt Lick is a great place.
Jace, oh, you can bring back the sauce too. All right, everybody, let's get through this thing 1 week at a time. Au revoir, bonne année.
Bonne année.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.